Welcome to Slow and Steady, the podcast where you get to follow along as we build products in public. Each episode gives you an honest peek into our lives and to share our struggles, our wins, and everything in between. I'm Benedikt, and I'm feeling very sweaty today.
And I'm Benedicte. Today is June 23rd. This is episode number 245, and I'm feeling content. Maybe even happy.
Yeah, maybe just maybe. Yeah. I mean, looking at you, I also feel jealous. I mean, if those of you listening cannot see this, but if you check on YouTube, your background looks like a blue screen, but there's actually a boat moving. So I guess that was proof that it isn't.
Or it's one of those blue screen like videos. You can probably get those
that,
as well,
yes.
Yeah. But it's not a blue screen. I got a little annoyed when I set it up because it really, really looks like I have imposed myself in front of some like tropical backdrop. But it's a Nordic summer backdrop. And the thing that shows that it's not is that I can see the little fizzy hairs around my head, because that is usually
Right.
just like blurred out if it was a proper if it was
like
background.
There's super advanced blue screen keying now, right? Like AI did that. No.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, you're all invited. Come hang out, and I'll show you it's real.
Be careful, everyone might show up.
Yeah, because I heard it's 42 degrees in Southern Europe. So Northern Europe is the place.
I mean, it's in the sun and in my backyard, which is basically all concrete. So yeah, 42
that
there.
doesn't help.
Yeah, not nice.
Yeah. So we've moved to the cabin. We're going to be here for 4 weeks this year. And I'm just looking forward to the day when I can just like move down in the beginning of June and just stay here for much longer. Maybe not next year, because then we have the later part of the summer, but the year after that, maybe I'll just move down 1st of June or something. It is one of my absolute happy places on earth. And this week, we're also here together with one of my best friends who I got to know when I was the same age as my daughter is now. So my daughter is 11, and that's when I met Jonathan here at the island. He was forced by his mom to go play with the new girl. And we've been friends, like the poor new girl. And we've been friends ever since. And it was really funny because I was at one of the local stores and somebody like shouted Benedicte. And I was like, yeah. And it was the father of another friend that I met a little bit later, but not that much later. And he tells me he saw Lillian and he thought it was me. But then it was like, that doesn't compute because she should be older now. And then he saw me. So he recognized me through my daughter. And it felt like a full circle kind of moment down here at our
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So I got to chit chat a little bit with him. So that was fun. But I also have obviously a mini me when somebody who got to know me when I was 12, 13 recognizes her as me and not me as me. So that was fun.
Right. Yeah. I remember back in school, like I went to school in a relatively small school, and we had some teachers who were like teaching students that where the parents have been their students as well, and occasionally they just mix up the names. So that was also funny. Not sure what you did, but I think you're muted.
I muted myself. I was drinking. Yeah, I have met him a couple of times as an adult, but not as many times as when I was a kid, and we were just hanging out in each other's houses all summer. But yeah, so in my happy place, and also got to work. Well, I guess it's only been 2 days, but continued working with the Me migrations in the morning. So we're trying to do a steady 3 hours in the morning and then vacation the rest of the day. And I guess by nighttime yesterday, I was like, did I work today? Like, no, I did. So it's working. It feels like vacation. but with even with a little bit of work in the morning. So that's cool.
That sounds cool. Yeah. I'm jealous. There's also a nice boat coming in right now. Well,
I have been.
jealous.
I actually many times when I've been there, because my morning ritual, because we have the same view from the bedroom, so I lay in bed and I just bring my laptop with me, and then I just work from there. That's like, so I don't really start my day until I'm done working. So that maybe also contributes to the vacation feeling. But it's many times where I thought that I should monetize like a live stream out this window.
Yes.
For people that just need like a calm, meditative.
That sounds like a good idea. Talking about live streams, like, I mean, this is totally unrelated. But I'm amazed by what people can, like, what people do for live streams and having success with it. So I might have mentioned this in the past, but I live near Frankfurt Airport. So it's like, I don't know, 10-minute drive or something like that. And I could be standing near a runway watching airplanes. Mm-hmm. And I discovered that on YouTube, there's almost always at least someone live streaming from the airport, just shooting videos of the airplanes taking off or landing, and then just talking over it. Like, this is flight whatever from here to there. And then there's apparently there's like there's one in particular who does this at night, and he has like several thousand people watching and commenting and putting in donations and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I 8 hours a day in front of my computer working on stuff when I could be out there just like, well, doing videos of airplanes taking off and getting paid for it by strangers? I don't know. It just blows my mind.
I think it is because you like the problems and the puzzle of figuring things out.
That's probably true. That being said, yesterday the team and I we were discussing a customer support request. So someone wrote in with a very specific question, and basically they were like, they wanted to build an evergreen campaign, and they had the requirement, or made up the requirement, of like always sending that newsletter, like that evergreen newsletter, on the third Wednesday of the month. And we recently added recurring triggers, so you can start a campaign on the third Wednesday of the month, but then inside you can only do like delays, like fixed delays of like 3 days, 30 days, whatever. And well, like for their use case, doing something like 30 days or I don't know, 28 days or something like that is probably good enough. And actually, they already confirmed that it's good enough. We couldn't stop thinking about this problem. Like we got properly nerd sniped. And last night I made a quick prototype of like, can we use the recurring trigger logic to change the way our delays work so that you can do stuff like wait for the next month, third Wednesday or something like that, or like last Wednesday in the month, or anything like that. And the initial test was like worked very well. Like I only discovered the edge cases earlier this morning. So I was like, okay, we're doing this. This should be easy. And now it's all, by now it's 24 hours later. I'm still working on it. And it's a headache getting it. Like I got all the, like in a greenfield project, I'd be done by now because I replicated everything the old one was doing, plus all the new stuff. But getting it to work nicely with all the other parts that we already have, that's a nightmare, I tell you. It's just insane. It's also why we were recording a little bit later.
Grab a camera and head out to the Frankfurt airport tonight and start a little side hustle, both to get a break from your computer screen and to have something to fall back on if this shit
Yeah, maybe I should.
My backup plan these days is plumbing, because when we arrive at the cabin, we have to turn on the water. There's always leaks and it's always annoying. There's always things going on. So actually already earlier this summer, when I was planning the summer, I signed up for an adult summer camp. So only adults, and you're not allowed to talk about work. And then you can pick courses that you take, like live courses at the summer camp. Mm-hmm. So I picked Plumbing 1 and Plumbing 2, mm-hmm. which is backed by popular demand, that teaches you everything that you're allowed to do, or like gives you an introduction to plumbing and teaches you what you're allowed to do yourself, like under Norwegian law. And I was like, this is what I want to do with my vacations. I did that, and then I'm going to go to a shooting range, and the rest of the time I'm just going to be hanging out. So I come down to the cabin, there's leaks, and I'm like, I'm going to do this course. Like, I will learn so much. But one of the leaks was the intake to the dishwasher. So I just turned it off. I was like, okay, we'll probably have to deal with this, call a plumber, whatever. But then I decided to give it a go, and I fixed the leak. I've never been prouder in my life. It's not a very hard problem. But between that and my Plumbing 1 and 2 course held by Børge, a retired plumber, I'm like, maybe this is my backup plan. And then, well, I didn't really think it through that much, but I was like, okay, I can at least fix things in my house. And then Instagram gives me an ad for taking plumbing part-time, because Norway will need 700 new plumbers every year. So this is my that's solidifying into my backup plan. Like, I can have start the AI in the morning, go out, do plumbing for 5 or 6 hours, come back and review the AI, and you can have both, a SaaS and make money off of other things and have a break from your computer screen. I think it's a solid plan.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. Yeah, that might work out.
But it is a special place in like midlife, when what's you're most excited about during the summer is your summer camp where you're going to take a plumbing course. I've been telling everybody.
Yes, yeah, for sure. That is kind of weird. But then also, like, I feel like just being able to fix stuff is kind of nice. And knowing how to do stuff is always kind of nice. And
it's because we're on an island. Usually we don't get any, like, nobody wants to come out.
Right.
Because it's like a hassle. I think I got some sunscreen in my eyes. Sorry.
Oof.
I was like trying to wipe away some laughing tears, and I ended up putting sunscreen in my eyes. It's really hard to get people to come out, and especially during the summer, because like Norwegians and Swedes, like this is not America. Like, people are not hustling, right? So your call is like, okay, I have a plumbing issue, and then it's on an island, and they're like, yeah, no, I don't have time, and then it's vacation next week. Then, maybe I can like come, like, have a look at this in the fall. So I think having this knowledge will be beneficial, no matter if it's going to be my backup plan or not. I felt very targeted by Instagram at this point.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But very, very proud moment. And now I just have to change both of the shower mixers because they both broke.
That sounds like a doable task, though, right? I feel like
I just have to drive to IKEA and exchange them and drive back. It's going to be fine.
Which it probably includes a boat right now.
Yes. Well, we're on a tiny island off of a large island, so there will be boats. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boat rides involved in this. It will. Okay, back to regular programming. Did we do anything else with our businesses that is interesting to talk about?
Okay, I'll talk about the businesses and then I talk about my vacation. So I had a week off 2 weeks ago. We didn't record for 3 weeks, and in the middle of that, I was off for a week. But just before that, we finished, or let me rephrase that. We thought we had finished the new WYSIWYG features for the message editor. So it was like working in our tests and looking good. Luckily, we decided to not ship it until after I was back, and then during that time, no, it was the week after. So the first week I was back, we did some more testing, and luckily, or like unfortunately, found some more issues that we had to fix. But we now fixed them. It's now shipped behind the feature flag. But we sent out an email to our customers and had there was lots of interest in getting this feature enabled. So it's now live on 10-15% of our customer base, I think. And we haven't heard anything yet, in terms of issues, problems that is broken, stuff like that. So I'm cautiously optimistic that we can well, that's actually a question I need to figure out. Either we ship this as is, or we wait until we finish up with the other theming improvements that we're working on. I think it's probably going to be the latter. But with this feature in particular out of the way, everything else should be a walk in the park. Famous last words. So right now we are working on the new theme settings, where you can manage all the stuff like background colors, fonts, font sizes, borders, whatnot. And once that is done, we're going to add a couple new block types, is what we call them. So basically components for within the editor to do certain things. One we want to do in particular is one for columns, so you can do grids or just 2-column, 3-column layouts inside your email. So that's what we're currently focusing on. First the settings and then the new block types. Other than that, I already mentioned that feature with the delay notes. That's what I'm working on this week in particular.
So we're going to soon be able to start on the third Wednesday of the month and then keep sending on the third Wednesday of the month.
Of the instead of having months.
Instead of doing plus 30 days and then have it suddenly be Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday.
Yes, exactly. There's a fun story. We had this feature, we have this delay feature, and it had a little extra feature where you can select the days you want to send on. So you for example, wait 2 days, but then select that it's only okay to send on Mondays and Thursday for whatever. So there was a possibility to wait 2 days and then fast forward or snap to the next valid day. And the three of us discussing this, we all naively assumed that you could do this every third Wednesday by starting on the third Wednesday and doing wait for, 28 days and only send on Wednesdays. But that doesn't work. Turns out it doesn't work.
Because
we
it will shift to suddenly to the second Wednesday?
Basically, yeah. And it only, you'd think it takes a while, but it's in the third month, it might be way off. So, that's what sparked that discussion. And that's what sparked that implementation I'm currently working on. But I'm confident I will finish it and then can focus on getting back to the theme settings. The only other thing I did last week was we are making some improvements to our website, more specifically our services page. So not sure if this is common knowledge, but on top of being a SaaS for other SaaSes to send their email campaigns, we also offer services for people, specifically customers or customers to be, to set up their email marketing campaigns, either like pre-sign up, post-sign up, whatnot, lead magnets and stuff like that. So we have services on the website where you can book packages, and then we'll do a couple calls with you, figure out what your business is about, then write your emails and set them up in user list. And we're planning to expand that a little bit. And for that, we're currently redoing this entire section on the website, because at the moment it's very bare bones. And now we basically get dedicated landing pages for all of those packages with like nice design on what the deliverables are and all of that stuff. Like, I think both Jane and I are looking back at our consulting days and trying to leverage as much of our hard-earned knowledge from back then. At one point, like we offer different packages of like different things we set up for you, and at some point we even had, in the design and concept phase, we had different pricing packages within each package, and we ended up, I think, with 24 different packages to pick from, but then decided to scale it back a little bit. So we only have like one price per package now. Anyways, yeah, those are the things I've been.
But that sounds like a really nice thing to do, though, if you're a business. Just like sign up for user list and then just like get the first version of everything going without having to do much work.
And especially we have been doing this a couple of times now, right? And we are immersed in that email marketing industry basically, and the patterns and best practices and how to set things up. And obviously we're user list experts as well. So the idea is basically, unless you're very opinionated or really want to do everything yourself, this is like a good thing where you basically hire expert consultants to do the work for you and get a system up and running within a month or so, with just a little bit of an investment, so you don't have to do it yourself or hire someone else.
Yeah, we're working on reviving the WYSIWYG newsletter. Or it turns out there really wasn't ever a like consistent newsletter. There has been broadcasts sent, but we've realized we probably need something that is more consistent, and came up with like a little bit of like a formula for how it could be. So it's mostly fresh in the beginning, like an intro, and then there's like a seasonal thing, and then there's like a happy customer story, or we have a little template that we started working on so that we can actually just set up. I think Ola already started setting up skeleton for every month. So it's, when you have that energy, just like set them all up, like fill in as much as possible. And then hopefully the founder, who's also kind of the marketing and the voice, it kind of like really knows the tone of voice, can like do, maybe just like 45 minutes, an hour every month to tidy it up and get it out. Because I think we had a very long waiting list of possible interests, but they hadn't heard from us at all. And then suddenly it's like, we have bikes.
Right.
Didn't convert as well as we thought. And also, well, I think a lot of those people like solve their, needs differently. But now that we have bikes available, and we'll have bikes available for the next couple of years through the new financing deal, we can keep people warm. Because I think what they experienced before is that people get very excited, and then it's like, well, we have no bikes. So every time you sent out something, people are like, oh yeah, we want one. And then it's like, well, we don't have any. And it just ended up feeling, I think, like a little bit unmotivating to send those broadcasts. So hopefully now that we know that we'll have bikes for the foreseeable future, we could just start having like an engine going and working in the background, and also have a better lead nurturing campaigns. If somebody, or like, abandoned cart, because we have this where you add your email before you kind of do the last step. So we have a lot of abandoned carts, and at that step, they can also say like, I'm interested to know more, but not everybody does. But probably just treat those the same. Be like, hey, did you want to know more about our service? And because it's a big investment, and or it's a big choice because like you usually sign up for 12 months. So you usually have questions, or a lot of people have questions and they want those answered, but it's usually the same 3, just like, which bike is for me? And then, do you change the tires? And a couple of others. And we could have follow-up, automations that go out to answer these things, and obviously also be able to answer them manually so they get to speak to a human. But a lot of this is the same things over and over again. So we're cleaning up, and we have 23,000 contacts, which I don't think sounds like, that just sounds weird. Like we can't have that many, but maybe we do. So that will be my job, to tag them all with whatever knowledge we have, so we figure out who we should send this first newsletter to, so we don't, ruin our reputation on the first try.
Right. It shouldn't be that bad, I guess. I think what you probably should be doing is like figure out which of those are bouncing right away. And the other thing I'm wondering is, did you get list bombed at some point where like spammers would just sign up with fraudulent email addresses? Something like that?
I don't know. The thing is, I don't know, because I wasn't in charge then. And all of these people have been imported from different places into HubSpot. And there might have been like forms laying around. So that's my next step, is to, first off, we'll import everyone on the waiting list, or like I've been interested, or abandoned cart, and customers, and like people we know are interested, and investors, and those kinds of people, because we have crowdfunded campaign. So we have a lot of investors. So start with those, but it's also going to be interesting to see who, because I cannot imagine there being 23,000 real people.
That's half of Oslo, isn't it?
Wow. We are a little bit more than that. But
yeah, I know.
Point taken. So that's a little bit. So like, it feels now that we have time for doing more of that like cleanup job to just not just keep, because when new people come in or you don't have that much time, it's like, okay, let's just leave that and just keep on doing what we're doing. Why do we have all these people? Or why do we have these campaigns that are triggering but nobody knows? Or why aren't we sending the follow-up survey anymore we used to? What happened? Like trying to just like start to clean up all of this, clean it up, scrubbing it down.
Yep.
And it's more fun, I think, to do that when you're not the person that's been there the whole time, because you can get a little tired of your own, I don't know, setup. And it's more fun cleaning other people's houses. Well, at least I think still.
I've never cleaned anyone else's house, I guess. Well,
I just let somebody have a party at my house in Oslo while I was not there, because he needed a bigger location. And I got an SMS where, they're a couple, and she sent me, she's like, oh, it's nice, like, fixing things or like cleaning in your house. Like, yeah, I always find that too.
And you were like, yes, you can come over more often and clean my house, no problem.
I have no problem. Like I know some people that get I had a friend clean my kitchen when I was in the trenches with both like Lillian and my mom's starting like dementia, and she cleaned it. And afterwards she was sending me messages like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to like offend you. It was fine, but I just thought like I had a half an hour when she was at our house waiting for something while we weren't there. And I'm like, you do not need to apologize. Anytime you want to scrub my kitchen, come on over. Like there's no pride. There is no pride in me having to do that myself. Like, you are so welcome. Same thing as the cabin. You want to paint something? Be my guest.
But the plumbing I'm going to do myself.
The plumbing is mine. It's mine. I guess I did some more work too, but at this point we were just.
I think we should wrap it up.
No, I had a vacation. Hear about your vacation.
You want to hear about my vacation? Okay, fair enough.
Yes, I do.
So it was a big family vacation. So my dad's turning 70 actually on Monday, I believe. Yes, on Monday. And well, I want to say they established this tradition, but they only started doing it for his 60th birthday and now for his 70th, where they invite all of us on a vacation for a week. I'm not sure they're going to do this for the 80th as well. And I think they were not sure either. But right, we did it twice, so maybe it's a tradition by now. So we went to the Netherlands together with my parents, my wife and I, and my sister and her husband and the two kids, my nieces. And we had a vacation home there and basically did all of our cooking and everything. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And we had a good time, at least in the end. I feel like the first 2 days were intense, at least for me personally, because I work from home. I live together with my wife at this house. When she leaves for work in the morning, I'm alone the entire day until she comes back. Like, I don't see anyone other than people on my screen. And going from that to living in the same house with like how many people? 8 other people or 7 other people was insane. Like it took me a while to adjust.
And especially if everybody is like, oh, we're going to be, because if you haven't seen each other in a while, it's like very intense that everybody wants to be with each other all the time, or some people have expectations of that. Exactly. And then within a couple of days, everybody is kind of, even the most extroverted, need a little time to themselves. Right. So they want to go do something and not bring everyone. But yeah, I know the experience.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did. And on I think we arrived Saturday, so Sunday and Monday were pretty intense. And then on Tuesday, my wife and I just decided, no, today we're going to do stuff by ourselves, and had a chill day away, and then coming back to the place and spending the rest of the week with everyone was not a problem anymore, because I think then the adjustment was like, had a little bit of time to recharge and then knowing what to get into. I mean, it sounds so negative. It was actually a super nice vacation, but my social batteries were drained after the first 48 hours.
I am known to send emails before people arrive at the cabin with guidelines that include, we will not see you until somewhere between 1 and 3. But feel free to do whatever you want, because we have 2 separate houses.
Right.
And, because I've had cases where people are sitting, like, they don't want to do anything because they're like waiting for us.
Right.
To come down to the pier or to the dock and like activate them. And I'm all about, I just sit on the dock. I work in the morning and then I sit on the dock and like look at the ocean, or I go for a walk. There will be no activation from my, on my part.
Right. Yeah.
And when people know that, it's fine. But I learned that the hard way, that people have been like waiting for me to initiate all of the like extra activities, which in my mind are like, there's an ocean, you can swim. That's all.
What else do you want?
What you can read, you can cook. You're like, there's so like, what else do you want to do? But so now I just communicate. Well, everybody's coming this year already knows, but there was a time when my batteries were very low, where I ended up just sending people an email with the schedule, and some people loved it, and some people just thought I was freaking weird.
I think I'd love it. Like, I mean, at least knowing the deal is probably already all you need to do, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Knowing what the other party expects helps. It always helps.
Yeah,
I think.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So this is vacation. This was vacation. The vacation episode.
The vacation episode. The sweaty vacation episode. I'm really jealous because like it looks really nice over there, and while it is super nice weather down here, I have basically all the windows are like the blinds are down. I'm sitting in the darkness. I have lights on because if you let the sunlight in, it just heats up even more. So it's just not feasible.
Well, good luck in your little heat wave. I'm gonna go jump in the ocean, I think, just to like rub it in.
Yep. Have a good one, and see you around the interwebs.
Bye.